Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're looking at an absolute giant of the Renaissance Albrecht Dürer's 1504 engraving, Adam and Eve.
It's an incredible piece. Dense, beautiful.
Absolutely. But we're going to zoom way in, focusing on one really tiny detail that kind of unlocks the whole theological puzzle Dürer built.
Right. This isn't just art. It's often called a masterpiece of visual theology. It's where Dürer blends, classical ideals, Renaissance humanism, and deep Christian thought, all in one image.
And the key for you listening today is the serpent, the one coiled around the tree of knowledge. If you look closely, it has this weirdly human-like face. And even stranger, 4 nails sticking out of its head.
Yeah, it's quite something when you first notice it.
So our mission is to unpack why. Why those 4 nails? And how do they connect the Garden of Eden, the fall, to the ultimate story of redemption?
It's really the linchpin, as you said. Dürer is working on so many levels there. Spiritual, physical, even cosmic. It's quite brilliant, actually.
Okay, so before we get to the nails, maybe a little background on Dürer himself. We're talking late 15th, early 16th century Germany.
Right, Albrecht Dürer. He's not just an artist. He's arguably the major figure of the German Renaissance. Really put German art on the map across Europe.
And his precision, which you see in this engraving, comes partly from his training, right? He wasn't initially a painter.
Exactly. He started as a goldsmith in Nuremberg. That training, working with metal, fine details, it gave him this incredible control, this meticulousness, perfect for copper engraving.
Which is the medium here.
Yes. And it's incredibly demanding. You're literally carving into metal.
He was also kind of a bridge, wasn't he, between Northern European art and the Italian Renaissance?
Absolutely. He absorbed the Northern tradition, that love of intricate detail, rich symbolism. But then he traveled to Italy and soaked up their innovation.
Like perspective.
Anatomy. Precisely. He was one of the first Northern artists to really embrace the humanist study of classical forms, proportions, that mathematical approach to beauty, and then apply it all to religious subjects.
He brought a kind of scientific rigor to the Bible.
And copper engraving. It's not easy.
No, not at all. You use a tool, a burin, to cut lines into the copper plate. It demands incredible foresight because mistakes are, well, they're very hard to fix. You can't just paint over it.
So why choose such a difficult medium?
Because of the payoff. Engravings could be printed multiple times, hundreds, even thousands of copies. It was like the internet of the 1500s. It let him spread these complex visual and theological ideas far and wide very quickly.
Mass communication, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
And looking at Adam and Eve themselves, the figures, they really show that Italian influence, don't they? They feel different from earlier Northern art.
Oh, completely. They're often called the first truly classical nudes in Northern European art. They represent Dürer's idea of the perfect human form, based on those classical proportions he studied, like a reflection of divine design.
Exactly. That humanist idea that the ideal human body mirrored God's perfection. There's a real dignity there, even, right at the moment they're about to fall.
Okay, let's set the scene then. We're in the garden. Adam and Eve, tree of knowledge, serpent. Eve's got the fruit. You mentioned the figure's perfect proportions.
Yes, it's mathematically precise. Dürer worked out these ideal ratios. For Adam, the ideal male, it's 1.10. His head is 1/10 of his total height.
Okay.
For Eve, the ideal female, it's slightly different, a 1.9 ratio. This isn't just aesthetic. It underlines that at this specific moment before the fall, humanity exists in this state of perfect balance, perfect harmony.
But it's not just Adam and Eve in the picture. The animals around them are important too, right? They're not just there.
Oh, definitely not. Dürer packs them with meaning, drawing on the medieval theory of the 4 humors, or 4 temperaments.
Right, the idea that bodily fluids controlled personality and health.
Sort of, yeah. It was about balance. So Dürer includes animals representing each temperament. You can spot them if you look. There's a rabbit. That's the sanguine or cheerful, optimistic temperament. Then there's a cat nearby.
Okay, I see it. Under Eve's feet.
That's the choleric, fiery, irritable. Then you have the elk, looking rather thoughtful.
Yeah, behind Adam.
That's the melancholic, prone to sadness or depression. And finally, there's an ox, just resting calmly.
That's the phlegmatic, calm, maybe a bit sluggish.
Exactly. And the crucial point, linking back to Adam and Eve's perfection, is that before the fall, Dürer is showing these temperaments in perfect balance within humanity. It's a state of psychophysical equilibrium.
So the fall isn't just disobeying God, it's messing up this internal balance.
Precisely. The moment they eat the fruit, that perfect harmony is shattered. The humors are thrown out of balance. Dürer is visually arguing that this is the origin of human suffering, disease, psychological turmoil, death itself. It's a biological catastrophe, not just a moral one.
Wow. Okay, so perfect forms, perfect internal balance, both about to be broken. Which brings us, finally, to the serpent. Human face, 4 nails in the head. This is the key you mentioned.
This is where it all comes together. The nails connect the fall directly to the redemption. It starts with Genesis 3:15.
The verse right after they eat the fruit?
Yes, often called the Proto-Evangelium, the first gospel or first hint of good news, is God speaking to the serpent.
And what does it promise?
It promises that the seed of the woman, interpreted as Christ, will eventually bruise thy head, meaning crush or defeat Satan.
So Dürer puts the instruments of Christ's later sacrifice,
The nails of the crucifixion.
literally into the serpent's head at the moment of the fall.
Exactly. It's layer 1, a direct visual prophecy. Christ's victory over the serpent is already foreshadowed, embedded right there, the agent of temptation. He's showing the end game right at the beginning.
That's an incredible theological compression. He's saying the solution was planned, symbolized at the very instant the problem began.
He is. Dürer, the visual theologian. But the number 4 isn't just about the crucifixion nails themselves. It ties back to what we just discussed.
Ah, the 4 humors again. Layer 2.
You got it.
Yeah.
The 4 nails symbolize how sin now infects all 4 aspects of human nature, represented by those temperaments. Sanguine, choleric, melancholic, phlegmatic, they're all corrupted, thrown out of balance by the fall. The nails represent the damage done to the human condition.
Okay, so it hits humanity's internal state, but you said it was cosmic too.
Right. Layer 3 connects to Renaissance Neoplatonism. Basically, the idea that the human body, the microcosm, mirrors the universe, the macrocosm.
So messing up the humors messes up everything.
Kinda, yeah. By corrupting the 4 humors, the fall disrupts the corresponding 4 elements that were thought to make up the cosmos: earth, air, fire, and water. It's not just Adam and Eve who are broken. The whole created order is fractured. The nails signify this cosmic disharmony.
A total breakdown symbolized by 4 little nails.
Exactly. The divine harmony, the mathematical perfection, it shatters. But Dürer doesn't leave it entirely a disaster. There's a 4th layer to the number 4.
Okay, what's layer 4? Still connected to the nails.
Still connected. Layer 4 points to the future record of salvation. The 4 Evangelists: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Ah, the writers of the Gospels.
Yes. Their 4 Gospels are the ultimate account of Christ's victory over the sin and death initiated by the serpent. So the nails also symbolize the very means by which this victory will be documented and proclaimed to the world. It's a promise of restoration and witness.
That is genuinely mind-blowing. He uses this one tiny, frankly quite gruesome, detail nails in the serpent's head to structure the entire narrative from the fall, through its consequences on humanity and the cosmos, all the way to the promised redemption and its documentation.
It's a visual roadmap, really, showing the problem and the solution simultaneously.
But even amidst this complex symbolism of the fall, Dürer includes other hints of hope in the garden itself, doesn't he? It's not all doom and gloom right at that moment.
No, absolutely not. Look at the trees, for example. You have the tree of knowledge, central, bringing death. But in the background, Dürer clearly includes the tree of life.
The source of immortality they're about to lose access to.
Right. So there's this immediate visual tension. Mortality chosen, immortality denied. But maybe, just maybe, regainable. It plants a seed of hope.
And what about the animals? Besides the humor animals, I see a goat way in the back.
Good eye. That mountain goat, perched way up on that cliff, it's often interpreted as a symbol of the faithful soul.
How so?
Well, it's clinging steadfastly to the heights, despite the dangerous, precarious situation below, representing believers who hold on to their faith even in the fallen, perilous world. It's a call to steadfastness.
Okay, and then there's one more animal, right above Adam and Eve. A bird.
Yes, the parrot. That's perhaps the most direct symbol of the coming solution.
A parrot. Why a parrot?
In the Renaissance, there was this belief, totally incorrect biologically, of course, but a belief that parrots could reproduce without mating.
Okay.
Yeah, but because of that, the parrot became associated with the Virgin Mary and the virgin birth of Christ. So placing it right there, above the falling couple, is Dürer's clearest nod to the specific mechanism of redemption, Christ's miraculous birth.
So he's really weaving it all together. Classical forms, biological theory as they knew it, deep scripture, prophecy, future hope.
He truly is acting as a visual theologian. He's not just illustrating the story. He's constructing a profound theological argument about sin, human nature, cosmic order, and God's plan for salvation, all packed into one printable image.
It really underscores the power of this engraving. It's more than just a picture. It's like a visual treatise you can contemplate.
Absolutely. And the genius is how he transforms those instruments of suffering, the nails, into multivalent symbols pointing ultimately towards salvation. It gives the whole image this incredible symbolic richness.
Thinking about the bigger picture then, for you listening, Dürer wasn't just a craftsman. His use of engraving meant these complex ideas could spread like wildfire.
Precisely. He wasn't just talking to church scholars. By using print, he made this incredibly sophisticated visual theology accessible to a much wider audience: collectors, other artists, educated lay people across Europe. He shaped how people visualized and understood the core tenets of their faith.
Which leaves us with a final thought to mull over. How amazing is it that an artist can take one tiny, easily overlooked detail, 4 nails in a snake's head, and make it the structural key to the entire theological meaning of a masterpiece?
It really shows the power of symbolic compression, doesn't it? Linking the beginning of sin to the ultimate promise of salvation, all through 4 tiny marks on a copper plate. It invites you to just keep looking closer.